Is your home a money pit? Many of us are tempted to buy the latest gadget to fix something around the house.
You just can't resist, you know? Well, too often the gadget is a gimmick, and then, of course, you waste your money. And Fox 13 consumer lawyer Eric Seidel is here to put some to the test.
Absolutely, Cynthia and Frank. You know, I think we've all blown money on a product that looked great but just didn't live up to the promise. Well, how do you know what you are getting? We decided to find out if 3 home improvement products are up to the Fox 13 challenge. Are they a hit or a miss?
And there's no need to worry about this crack over here.
Ward Morgan knows a thing or two about houses. As a seasoned home inspector, he keeps an eye out for home improvement products that work.
We look for more and more great American know-how daily.
Ward will help us put 3 products to the test at his own home. A contraption called the gutter helmet, a new glue that claims to be super strong, and a decorative mulch made of, believe it or not, rubber tires. First, a product designed to prevent this. Gutters on our home often get clogged up with debris.
I've inspected homes that it's actually turned to soil, mud. We find earthworms living in there, several inches deep.
The gutter helmet is designed to catch the water, not the pine needles and muck.
The water comes off and actually makes the curve around the product, goes into the gutter using surface tension. Everything else, leaves, pine needles, catch at the point, gravity pulls those down to the ground.
The gutter helmet's not cheap to install. Anywhere from $800 to $1,500, but the ads claim you'll never have to clean your gutters again.
Well, we'll see.
More on the gutter helmet later. We'll also test what might be described as super glue on steroids. It's called the Last Glue and sells for around $35 a bottle. Ward says the manufacturer claims it's strong enough to withstand 5,000 pounds of pressure per square inch, a claim that leaves this home inspector skeptical.
Their claims were up there. So we had to find out whether or not it's really true.
To test the Last Glue, Ward decides to try to seal a hole in the copper pipe behind his water softener.
This, to me, seemed to be an ultimate test for the product, that I had just the most difficult, hard spot to get to, and hopefully it would hold under pressure.
For our third product, Ward and wife Darcy will try out some mulch made from recycled tires. Everlast rubber mulch costs around $8 for a 30-pound bag. This color looks just like the stone the Morgans already have around their home.
As you can see, it's very hard to tell the difference between the stone and the mulch.
Will these products prove to be a hit or a miss? A few weeks and a few heavy rains later, we check out the gutter helmet. Remember before, Ward was stuck cleaning out pounds and pounds of pine needles and gunk? But now...
Well, I'll tell you, around the entire perimeter of my house, I had 2 pine needles that I could, in 2 spots that hadn't been washed off.
The debris rolled off onto the ground instead of collecting in the gutters, as advertised.
I'd say it's a hit.
How about the Last Glue? For this test, Ward calls in a water specialist, Leroy Bowen.
And I've used all kinds of things to seal up holes in leaks and pipes. And most everything that's on the market fails.
To test the glue's strength, Bowen cuts a slit in a piece of pipe, seals it with the Last Glue, and applies air pressure.
And then on it, I've got 80 pounds pressure on this thing right now. I have 80 pounds pressure on it.
Even at 100 pounds of pressure, the glue still holds.
I've never seen anything work like this. I would recommend using it.
Let's give the proof right now by turning the water on. Maybe you could hear that?
The Last Glue does the job. We'll call it a hit. And finally, the rubber mulch. It looks pretty good over time, but it does have some drawbacks. Tiny pieces of metal remain in the mulch, so Ward recommends using gloves. Also, it's not quite as easy to clean as the stone.
Because it's lightweight, sometimes it's carried off with the air from the blower. So we do lose a little bit here and there.
Still, it's environmentally friendly, and unlike some other mulch, won't attract insects. We'll say the rubber mulch is also a hit. And there are websites for each of these products. If you're interested in learning more, you can find them by going to our own website. That's WTVT.com, then clicking on News You Can Use. So we found some pretty good ones out there today. And you know, one more thing about the rubber mulch, you find that if you mow your lawn quite frequently, it's possible that gravel could be dangerous when it flies off the lawnmower.
Good point, sure.
Rubber mulch bounces off.
And Cynthia had a great observation. She said, I don't want that Last Glue to get on me.
Oh, absolutely. That's right. That's the last thing you want.
Get it on 2 fingers and you are done, you know?
Absolutely. It's tough stuff.
Thanks, Eric.
Sure.
Well, the Lightning can't think about what